Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are fine and studying at home. I hope that all of you are able to listen to me. Okay, so yesterday I had made you an announcement regarding your monthly tests, which are going to be conducted soon. And yesterday, I think you have already got the schedule as well for your upcoming test that is going to be conducted in November. You would have seen the schedule in your WhatsApp groups. Okay, so I think so. This thing is clear to all of you, and I will also upload. I will try to upload it in your Google Classroom as well, so that your paper for the computer science is going to be conducted on 22nd of November. Fine. 22nd of November. And what will be the content for that? I had explained you yesterday that we are going to have chapter number 8, the previous chapter. And I gave you a very quick revision yesterday for this chapter. And again, I will give you the revision for this chapter so that you can go through all types of things related to MCQs, related to short question. And I had told you that it will be of 20 marks, 15 MCQs will be there, and 5 marks for the subjective question. It will be conducted in your regular class. All the students will keep the cameras closed. Fine. So I had explained you this thing, and I also asked that the questions may be from this exercise, but not necessary, because we will ask the questions from the whole chapter. We will ask the questions from the whole chapter. So you should go through these questions as well, which are given at the end of the chapter. Fine, but not necessary that the same questions will be there. We will have some different questions from all the options that we have gone through regarding Adobe Flash. So I think now this thing is clear, and I'm not going to discuss it again and again. All the things I have explained you about it. Number one, chapter 8 will be there. Number two, unseen questions will be there. Short question, one short question, and 15 MCQs. When it will be conducted, our schedule is 22nd November. What will be the time? The time will be the regular class. We will have our class. So in that class, so 40 minutes are more than enough you have to do in that particular class. So I think so. Now all the things related to this are covered. I will take only one question if someone has got related to it.
Are steps going to be included?
Sorry.
Are steps are the steps going to be included in
No,
the
I
short
had
questions?
no, I
Or
had already explained this thing that steps questions will not be there. Let's suppose if I say that how you are going to apply polygon tool, for example, how you are going to draw polystar. This question, this type of question will not be there. I have explained you this thing. The question will be there that what is the purpose of, for example, I am giving you example, what is the difference between, let's suppose, the rectangle tool and primitive rectangle tool, that you can write in your words, but there won't be any steps like questions, that how you are going to transform an image, how you are going to transform an image. Now this is basically a question which is basically based on these steps, because you will say that insert an image, okay, then go to transform tool, how you are going to resize it. So it contains steps which is not possible in the words, because we need to have computer system in front of us to apply such kind of thing. Okay, that we will select the image, we will click on the free transform tool, then free transform tool will appear on the image, then we can rotate it, we can resize it. So basically this type of question is stepwise question. So stepwise question will not be there, but the question may be asked that, for example, in MCQs, that using free transform tool, which of the following option can not be applied to an image? And I give you four options. Number one, resize. Resize can be applied or not. We can resize the image. Number one, resize. Number two, rotate. Can we apply the rotate? Yes, we can apply the rotate. Number three, let's suppose if I say change color. So it cannot be applied using free transform tool. So when we are going to have such kind of MCQ, so those options will be asked which are basically based on your understanding. There won't be any question which will be based on the steps. Sahibzada Yaya,
Will it be
your
open?
voice is not clear. You should increase the voice.
Okay, sir. Sir, will be we should open Zoom classroom.
I have told you that your voice is very low and I am unable to listen this. First resolve this issue and then again raise the hand. Okay? Yes, Solov Ibrahim. Unmute your mic. Yes, Daniel Abbas.
Sir,
Sir, sir,
Yes,
sir, there will also be MCQs,
I have already told you this thing. I have
but
already told that 15 MCQs will be there. And right now I gave you the example of the MCQ, that what are the options that we can apply when we are applying the transform tool. And I said that when we are
the
applying the transform,
short questions are also related to this thing.
short questions will also be we will also be related to the same chapter that we are doing. Chapter 8 that we have already done. Chapter 8 we are talking about. Musa Ishtiaq.
sir, can you tell me how to download Adobe Reader?
Adobe Reader. Musa Ishtiaq, your question is not clear. Why do you need the Adobe Reader for this? But in general, I would like to answer for this for all the students. If you want to have any cracked version of any software, the easiest way is to go to the YouTube, write down that software name, that for example, cracked version, free cracked version of Adobe Reader, write down in YouTube. Video will be open. It will show you the not only the procedure, but also the link will be available. The link will be available. Go to that link and download from there any of the software that you want to have cracked version. But keep in mind that will be older version, that will not be newer or latest version, because YouTube does not allow for the newer versions. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Sir, now can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Sir, should we open Google Zoom classroom?
No, in your exam, you have to appear for the test in
Okay.
that particular class. You have to appear for the test. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Abdullah Shafiq.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, the link you have given for Flash, when I copy that and paste in the title bar, uh, there there come a page which tells you of media file, which tells you want to sign up.
No, I don't think so. Such issue is there. And you should log in with with one of your Gmail ID should be logged. Any Gmail ID should be logged. You will be able to do this, and the installation process we had done in the beginning of the chapter 8. It is now, I think, more than 1 month, and still you have not installed Adobe Flash. This is very surprising. It shows that you are not doing any practice at home, because these installation issues we had resolved at that time. So the link I opened a number of times in the Google Chrome, and I showed a number of times in the previous classes. So if you have not logged in with the Gmail ID, log in with any of the Gmail ID. Maybe it is asking to log in with one of the Gmail ID, then that's why. Otherwise, it will be, of course, it will be working, and there isn't any issue in that particular link. Anyone else who wants to ask anything about it? Okay, so again we are going towards the chapter that we were studying, drawing tools. And in the drawing tools, we have gone through, all the students will keep the cameras closed. We have gone through these all options that we have got on our screen. Pencil tool, how we can draw using pencil tool, how we can draw different shapes, polygon tool, polystar tool, without outline, with outline, all these options which are there we have gone through. Painting with the brush tool, painting with the brush tool is also an option, and we had applied this brush tool, and we had seen that a number of options are there when we are brush applying the brush. Okay, so I would like to tell you this once again. When we go to the Flash and we take a new file, now you can see that this is basically the brush tool, and we have got different brushes sizes available, and we can draw in any of the color that you want to have, any of the color. Right now I have taken this gradient color. Gradient color means multiple colors will be there with it. So I have taken, since this I have taken this color, so it is drawing in this way. So if you take any other color, then you will be able to apply in that particular color. When you release a mouse, it becomes a separate object. You can see over here, it becomes a separate object. Sometimes you can see that there is a rectangle on it. Just like now I am drawing it, there is no rectangle, because this option, drawing object, is not selected. When I select this drawing object, whenever I will draw, you will see that this rectangle is there. Whenever this rectangle is there, then we have to break it apart to convert it to the drawing object. So basically this is the thing that we need to understand whenever we are drawing any such thing. Using paintbrush tool, you can draw any object according to your requirement. You can take the brush, just like this is the brush tool, and then you can take any color which is suitable for that particular drawing, and then you can draw. You can fill it. Let's suppose if you are drawing a scenery, you want to have mountains, you want to have sun, you can do all these things using simple paintbrush tool, and you can make a background. But in order to make a background, I had told you the easiest option, that take an image, set it as a background, and in our last lessons we have gone through this whole procedure. But over here I'm just telling you that how we can use this option over here, how we are going to use this option which is available over here. Okay. Similarly, you can take any other color. For example, if I take yellow color, I want to draw a sun. I can draw. So paintbrush tool, what are the options in the paintbrush tool? When we click a paintbrush tool, you can see that there are different sizes. You can either draw object, or if you will take the draw object, then it will be, in the box. You will have to break it apart when you want to make it a drawing. So by default, we should not take this option. This should not be selected. Fill lock is the option when it is pressed, so you cannot fill the object. But if it is not pressed, then you are able to fill the object inside whatever color you want to have. So it depends basically on your control that how much you are good at drawing using mouse, because we are using mouse. And if you are able to draw a good image on paper, not necessary that you will be able to draw the same kind of image in flash, because you are not drawing by the pen, the pen which is basically used in daily life. You are drawing basically using your mouse, and you are taking any paintbrush. So of course on mouse we don't have that much good control on it. So that's why sometimes it does not work that much good. That's why we prefer that we can take a background image and we can set it as background. When we have got this paintbrush, we have got the property inspector. We can take multiple options with it. Multiple things are there that we are drawing. Just like when I am taking this paintbrush tool, you can also see this brush option. Normal brush, we have by default I have now got normal brush. Paint fills. So paint fill is another option. There are simple small differences between them. Then paint behind. You will see that this option is also there when we are up going to apply. So it will work behind the object. Just like right now I am doing on the mountains, but it is drawing behind the mountain. This is called paint behind. Paint behind, what we are doing when we are drawing something over an object, but it is drawing behind an object. It is the purpose of the paint behind. What does the paint fill do? Paint fill is going to fill a particular area where we are applying it. Paint fill. Paint selection, when we are going to apply it, so it is going to select with the same color. Okay, just like I am doing applying over here. So basically we are going to select this paint. Paint inside. Now wherever we want to apply it, so then we can fill that particular color inside it. It will not go outside that particular object. So these all options are there. Paint normal, by default we take the paint normal. Paint normal, paint fills, it is used to fill out some object. Okay. Then paint behind, it is used to draw behind the object. Paint selection is used to select a particular paint color when we are applying. And paint inside is used to, let's suppose we have got some object and we want to fill inside it. We take some color and we want to fill inside. We will take the paint brush tool. We will go to the paint inside option. Now this is basically going to apply inside the object. The color will not come out. Can you see this? The color will not come out. This is called paint inside. So if you are basically if you have drawn something, let me take a new file. let's suppose if I take a paintbrush and I draw normal, I draw something over here. Okay. Now this is basically the object that we have got. And now I select some other color and I take paint inside. So you are filling inside. If you go to the outside, that outside will not work. Outside will not be applied to it. Only inside will be applied to it. So you can only fill inside. Just like this is a rectangle. If I take a paintbrush, I want to paint inside. I'm going to take inside option. I take any other color, green color. Now when I'm filling it, I filled it. Some paint was going outside. Some paint was going outside, but you can see that it removed that particular portion of the paint that I had drawn in the hurry. I was in hurry and I drawn in that way that it was coming out, but it removed that particular painting that I had made outside. Can you see this? This is the basically these are the options which are explained on this page. You can see over here paint normal, paint fills, paint behind, paint selection. Okay. So these all options are there. Paint brush shapes we have discussed about it, and paint brush options. These are different sizes and these are different shapes. We had discussed about them. When we take a paintbrush tool and we select, these are the sizes: small painter, small brush, large brush. These are the sizes. But if we talk about this one, these are the designs. These are designs when we are drawing. So in this design, we are going to basically draw. Just like if I take this option, now you can see that now I have got this type of brush option. Rectangular, vertical rectangular option is there right now that I'm using. Okay, so basically this is the purpose of the paint brush tool. Now you can see in these images as well, which are given on this page, paint normal, paint fills, paint fills, paint normal, paint fill, then paint behind will draw the object behind the object, will paint behind the object, means we draw the we did the paint, but the paint is not inside the rectangle, it is behind the rectangle. Then paint selection is there, which is basically inside the object but for a particular area whatever we have selected. Paint inside is basically if we have drawn outside, even it will not go outside and it will be within the limit of that particular object that we have got. Nabiha Asad, you want to ask something about it?
Sir, I want to ask that in the paint selection, in the blue background it is coming purple. So when you were doing the paint selection, so in the blue background the blue paint was coming.
Okay, let me apply it once again. We take a rectangle, another rectangle. Okay, so now I take a paintbrush and I take some other color, blue color on it. First option is normal. I'll take in simple design, rounded design. Okay. First is there, which is basically the normal, paint normal. What is going to happen in paint normal? It will be applied over an object. Now if I select the paint fills, okay. paint behind. Now you can see that it is behind the paint, behind the object, paint selection. Yes, in paint selection, the object that we have selected, when we are drawing on it, smoothing is 50%, so let me increase it by 100%, and then we see the result. And let me decrease it to 5%. If I take blue color and I set, okay. Basically, the major difference is there in the paint behind and paint, normal paint. There is a major difference. And of course, the last option. The last option is also important. The last option is paint inside. This is also important. Why? Because when we are filling some object in a hurry and we don't have that much good control, so it is going to make it proper way. So basically, these three options are important, but these are comparatively similar. So when we are applying these options, let me apply it once again. Just like I have taken one rectangle in blue color. Now I take the paintbrush and I take some green color and I take paint selection. But if I change the color, even it is not drawing outside. Okay. Okay. So basically, this paint selection is basically not going to be applied on it in that way that is it is mentioned over here. And you should also try it on your PCs as well. No one will raise the hand, and I will mark the attendance first. Then we will have the questions. Okay, so we have got Haris Khan to Alian Asad, Ibrahim bin Wakar, Muhammad Zain, Ayan Mansoor, okay. So you will apply these all options, but there is similarity. The options which are quite different. Number one is normal, number two is paint behind, and number three is paint inside. Okay, so these are the options. Normally we use the paint behind option and the normal paint option, and even paint inside is also good option that we can apply. Paint selection is not working that much good as we have applied it. It is used to select the paint, or when we are applying on another color, so it is not showing that result as it is shown in our book, because they have shown that they have got a sky blue color rectangle, and when they have selected paint selection, so that particular area is not selected. But if I select and if I press the delete, then I think it may work. Okay. Anyway, but you should apply these all options. Yes, Aris, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. My paint selection is working.
Okay. So this lock option is applied or not when you are working on?
The the lock option is applied.
Okay. Okay, you have to try. All the students should try this. Those who have installed Adobe Flash, those who are working. So all of you should try this. Mohammed Zain.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum
Sir,
salam. You,
I have left it the class because I was downloading the Adobe Flash. I have seen your video now. So, sir, I am downloading. So it is downloading too slowly that they is telling that the Adobe Zip Flash will be downloaded in 5 hours.
then you should see your download speed. What can I do in this regard? Because it takes 1 or 2 minutes to be downloaded. Okay. We can see over here in our Google Classroom. I had given you the link in all the P1 classes. So if I go there and if I see on which date I had given this,
So 19 October.
19th October. If I go to the 19th October, if I take this link which is given over here,
Yes, sir, I have done this. Click and paste.
I
Sir,
just click.
when
Now
I
you
have paste this,
can you see that it is being downloaded in a second? Can you see this? It is showing me 6 minutes less, 5 minutes less. Can you see this?
yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
visible to you. So it is being downloaded in no time. You can see in my downloads, it is being downloaded. It will take maximum 3 minutes and it will be downloaded. So there isn't any issue in it. See your net speed and some other statistics, what is the issue, and try to resolve it. And do your work always on time, so that we should all on the same page, and all of us should be doing the same kind of things.
Yeah,
Okay. Yes, Safi.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam. Yes, quickly.
Sir, I wanted to say, can you explain paint behind again
Paint behind
and paint fills?
is quite simple. That when we are painting, you can see in this object, when we are painting, so it is not in front of the object. Whatever we are painting, it is not basically in front of the object, it is outside the object. This is called paint behind. Paint behind will be applied behind the object that you are drawing. For example, you have drawn the mountains. Now you want to draw the clouds. If you will go over the mountain, it will not be drawn over the mountain. It will be behind behind the mountains or inside the sky. It will be shown in this way.
And also
And also, which option?
paint fills.
Paint fill. I have already explained this. That this is basically the paint fill. It is used for inside color. You want to fill inside color, but there are very less difference between in these two options, the paint fill and the normal paint and the paint fill. There are less differences between them. Afan Javed.
Sir, what is the difference between paint fills and paint selection?
As I have told you that paint fill and paint selection and this normal paint are similar to each other. We can apply, you can see that it is applying in this way. This is in front of you. Similarly, if I take the normal paint, it is also being applied in this way. But only paint fill option, which is there, the paint selection option is there, which is not being applied. It is not showing any color. It is just there to select the paint, but it is not being applied as mentioned in the book because it is not showing the color. It is just used to select the object. Paint selection. So we can apply it to select the object only, and we can take the object out of it. Okay, I hope all of you will apply these all options on your PCs. So we should move ahead. Paint bucket, then afterwards is there. Paint bucket tool. Paint bucket is basically a bucket you can see on your tools. This tool is used to fill enclosed areas with solid colors and gradients. You can also fill empty areas and change the color of a already painted areas using the paint bucket tool. Paint bucket tool is basically the common tool that we have got over here. Basically, this is the tool. So as mentioned over here, we can fill the solid areas. Just like if I take this already filled object, when I click on it, if I take any other color and I click on it and I drop the color over here, then it will be filled automatically. Okay, if I take the line tool and I draw some object, then when it will become a closed object, when we have got a closed object is very necessary. And I take some color from here and I take the paint bucket tool and I drop it just like you would have done in the paint in Windows Paint, Microsoft Paint. So, but the object should be closed. If the object will not be closed, then it is not going to be applied. For example, I draw the lines in this way, an object is not closed, and I try to fill it by green color. Now it is not working. It is working? No, it is not working. But if I fill it, I want to fill it, I will have to close the object. Then I will take the paint bucket, select the color. Now you can see that it is being filled. So the close object is required for us. The close object is necessary for us to apply the paint bucket tool. Although we have got the buckets, two buckets are there. One is paint fill. This is fill color and this is paint bucket. Paint bucket is used when we draw the object first and then we fill the object. Just like if we are drawing some object first, let's